Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's discussion video, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to talk about some of the leaks that have been happening in because of leaks that are related to Xenoblade 3 Wave 4 DLC. Now again, because they're leaks, they're not confirmed, and if they are confirmed, which I think they are 99%, I'm 99% sure they will be, they are accurate. But just in case they're not, then it's just here for a talking point, really. And if you care about any of the leaks, this is gonna be full on spoilers. Like, you have been warned. If you care about Xenoblade, if you care about the DLC that's coming out, eventually, I'm gonna say I think it's gonna happen around June. But if you care about that and don't want to hear anything about it, then click away now. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. But if you want to hear the leaks, and if you don't care at all about Xenoblade, about the leaks, well then why are you here? But no, but if you don't mind spoilers, then here we are. So because of Xenoblade 3 Wave 3 DLC coming out, which I did play on a channel. I played it in 2 live streams. You could check those out there on my channel. But there were some things that the game developers left in the code for the next wave of DLC, which is the big story thing. So yeah, they not a lot of it, but a decent amount of it has been data mined to and some information has come out, like different locations you'll visit, like different camps you'll visit, cutscene names, and then the character names. Now I am gonna go in order of when they were first revealed these. So I'll start with the the location names. Now again, last chance if you want to avoid spoilers. But 3, 2, 1. Okay. So I'll go in order. First I'll show you this. I will credit to Paragon. Is that how you say Paragon? Hold on. God dang it. Paragon of Torna, I believe that's how you say the name. That YouTube channel, shout outs to them. This is where I'm getting the information from. You could also find the information on like Reddit or on a Xenoblade Discord, but this is where I'm getting the information from. Okay. So I will link his videos in the description, so you could check out the videos there. But I will show you what I'm looking at here. So here first is the some of the location names. Now I do also want to say that I think it's not been confirmed that these are the full location names. I think they said that there might be more location names revealed in the future. So this is just the list that I have right now. So yeah, and again, shout out to Paragon of Torna. So Colony 9 Camp, Black Mountain View Camp, Lakeside Camp, Rural Bridge South Camp, Old City Street Camp, Valky Peak Camp, and Prison Island Camp. Now, if you know anything about Xenoblade, you know that most of those are from Xenoblade 1. The only one that isn't from Xenoblade 1, I believe, well, there's technically 2, Black Mountain, which we don't know if that's the Valak Mountain, but like Valak Peak is on here, so maybe they're 2 different locations. But that's what I first thought of when it said Black Mountain. But Old City is a reference to the city in Xenoblade 3, not the new one that we visit, but like the previous one. But besides that, all of these are Xenoblade 1 locations. Technically, the Colony 9 camp could be the Colony 9 from Xenoblade 3, but judging by all the other names, I think it is the Xenoblade 1 Colony 9, which is really exciting. Some of these I didn't expect we would see, like Prison Island Camp, Valak Mountain, like Rural Bridge. I wasn't expecting some of those, and I'm really excited for it personally. And I'll get to when we cover more of the other leaks, but this is really feeling like a lot of Xenoblade 1 fan service, which is really good because there wasn't that much Xenoblade 1 fan service. There was lots of Xenoblade 2 fan service in both the main game and in the DLC heroes, especially the Wave 2 DLC hero. The Wave 3 DLC hero, like the recent one that was added a few days ago, not as much, but still it was a little bit. And this one looks like it's full on Xenoblade 1, which gets me excited because, you know, equal representation. I love all of the Xenoblade games, but there was a little bit too much of Xenoblade 2 stuff, so. I don't want to cover much more about this, but again, there could be more locations revealed later on, but I'm excited for what they have here. Some of these, again, are recognizable, but yeah. Okay, now here are the cutscene names. Okay, so here is the cutscene names. Again, might be hard to see, but again, I will link the videos in the description, so if you want to check them out for yourself, then you can. I'll go in order. I'll read out all of these and give my thoughts on them, what they could mean. So let's go. So prologue, again, I think it's going to be the setting things up for the DLC. Ouroboros power. Some of these are, some of these I'm not going to talk about too much because we don't know the story. But Ouroboros power, I think it's going to be explaining the power, like a theoretical thing, because we don't, the Ouroboros, they haven't unlocked their power yet. Like it hasn't been even talked about yet at this time. So I think this is theoretical. Matthew's past. Now we'll get into that in a little bit. The characters' names, but basically it seems like Matthew is gonna be the new main hero, the one that looks like Noah. In Xenoblade 3, he looks like Noah, who we think is Vandom. Like that's the house he belongs to, and I think that is his name, Matthew. So this cutscene is called Matthew's Past. Relics, colonies collide, two remain. The console duo struggle, training, whatever happens. Oria's self, all up to you. Prediction, which kind of makes me think of something about future stuff, like the future powers. New soldiers, clockless, trades of battle, friends, taking flight. Mobius W. Now I don't know what Mobius W has to do. We only saw him, I think, briefly in Xenoblade 3 on the base game. He literally had a W helmet on, and I don't think he did much. I don't remember him that well, so it's kind of weird that he has a whole dedicated cutscene, but you know, whatever. Fusion, I think that's going to be where the two characters, specifically the Vandom character, who I think is named Matthew, and then his sister, who I forgot who we think the name is, but I think that's where they're going to fuse. What choice? Reunion? Bound by fate. Which kind of makes me think of Klaus or Alvis, which we know are in the... Well, we know what Alvis is in the DLC from what we saw on the trailer, and we'll get to Klaus in a little bit. But Pioneers, Colony 9, which makes me think we will see the original Colony 9 from Xenoblade 1. A Way to Live, Friendship, the Raggles Desolation, which I think is going to be because there's desolation events. I think this is going to be where a major area gets destroyed that we visit in Xenoblade 3, like the DLC. I think it's going to be destroyed. Angus, I don't know how you say that. Sister, and then Reed. I think those two are related because I think Reed is the sister of the Vandom character, and you know, sister. So I think they're related. Core Crystal, which is obviously from Xenoblade 2, and we saw a little bit in Xenoblade 3, which is what holds the data for Origin. So I think we're going to get more explanation on the Core Crystals, maybe how they work in this new world. Console from the past. Great grandfather. Okay, so starting here, I think this is... So here's my theory. Not confirmed at all. Pure theory. I think most of this up until great grandfather, this one is all prequel stuff. But I think up from here is gonna be epilogue stuff. Now there have been thoughts that some people thought that this was going to be an epilogue, and then some people were disappointed when it seems like it's a prequel, but I think it's going to be half and half, or in this case maybe 2/3 of it are prequel, and then the last half is an epilogue. But I think there's epilogue stuff, and I'll get to it here because great-grandfather, which I think is going to be related to the Venom character, because his great-grandfather, well, from what it seems like, was N, you know, the previous Noah. Again, all of these are weird. If you don't know anything about Xenoblade, one, why are you here? But two, it's complicated. But yeah, he's gonna think. I think he's gonna think that N killed his great grandfather when it's gonna be revealed. Like, no, he was his great grandfather. Like, you know, like a Star Wars thing. Creation of the worlds, which is, I think it's gonna show us again the creation of the worlds, like what we saw briefly in Xenoblade in 3, like about how Ionios got formed, or maybe we'll see just the birth of the universe like we did in Xenoblade 1 and 2, like that one. I don't know. Maybe we'll see that again. It could be either or. Either way, I'm excited. The Decider, which I think is gonna be some, I don't know, like it's gonna be some big decision thing. The night before in the Black Mountains, can't really guess much about that. Future, which I think maybe could also be some kind of future thing about seeing into the future for like Noah and the crew. This is the big one. The one at the beginning. This could be multiple things. My first thought was Alvis, because in Xenoblade 1, he says he was there at the beginning and he will be there to proclaim the end. And I think it's gonna be him. Part of the deal, I think it's also related to Alvis. Like maybe he has a part of a deal with Rex and Sulk, who we know are in the DLC. Origins Memories, self-explanatory. And this is the part where I think it is in Epilogue. Gondor's Path. Now, Gondor is from Xenoblade 3. She's obviously didn't exist yet in the past. She's not a clone like a lot of other people. She's organically made like a regular human, you know, like born and then ages like normal. The other characters are like aged only for like 10 years. Technically they look like 20, but like 10 years and then they die and then they become cloned again. But Gondor obviously is a regular person. So I think this is what leads to this is why it's an epilogue, at least this part. The Ark, which again makes me think of Epilogue because Noah's Ark. Noah is the main character in Xenoblade 3. Okay, this is the really big one. Klaus's World. Oh my god. This gets me so excited. Multiple reasons. Okay, I'm getting a little emotional. Klaus's World. Now, obviously this means Klaus will be involved in some way in the DLC, which is so exciting because I was disappointed that Klaus and Alvis didn't appear in Xenoblade 3 at all. It made total sense, especially because they remastered Xenoblade 1 on the Switch. It made total sense for them to be there, but it wasn't. I was thinking Klaus was there. I first thought he was K, Council K, and then I'm like, no, okay, maybe he's Sansa, which the main villain in Xenoblade 3 is Z. So, you know, Z, Sansa, nope. And then Elvis, we never saw Council A, which I think we will see in the DLC, who will be Elvis. But we didn't even see anything about Klaus. The closest thing we saw about Klaus was in Nia's Ascension quest. Or was it her? It was her Ascension quest, which briefly talked about Klaus. And that was a side thing you could have easily skipped. So really disappointing stuff, but this looks like it's actually going to answer in Klaus's world. Maybe this is going to be again an epilogue where we'll see his full world complete. Now, Niall's dream, I have no idea who Niall is. I know Niall from Xenoblade 2. This is not Niall. It's spelled differently, and plus but like this is a weird theory. I feel like Niall will be like some kind of a weird maybe extra dimensional being. Like maybe they're the one that caused Elvis to become bad, or they're the next villain of the Xenoblade saga going forward. I don't know. Alpha, which means beginning, which again makes me think of Alvis or Klaus or something. And then this is the last one, Release the Power Epilogue, which I think is a reference to you know, Release the Power, like with the conduit and all that stuff. But yeah, very interesting stuff. Very interesting. but we're not done yet. We have a little bit more left to do. Again, if you want to see all of these, if you want to see where I'm getting this information from, then again, links down below. Again, Paragon of Torna, I watch some of his stuff. He's a really good channel. And yeah, so let's talk about the next. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Okay, so here are all the, at least from what we've seen, the characters, their party members in the game. So we got Matthew, which again, I think it is the Venom character, the one that looks like Noah. I think his name is Matthew, and it makes sense because Matthew and Noah are from the Bible. So yeah. Now we got Ei. It's spelled E-I. I don't know how you say the name. I don't know who that is. I don't really have any ideas. Nicole Kagor. Oh wait, I forgot. I don't think I told you this. Yeah, sorry about that. Here's the names of them. I showed you the other one, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah, Kagura. I don't know how you say that. But again, the two exciting ones are Sulk and Rex, which means they are party members, which is really exciting. I did have a weird fear that they were gonna... I had a weird feeling that they were either gonna be tacked on at the beginning and then be killed off immediately, or we would only run into them briefly and that's it, or they would be tacked on to the end and that's it. So I'm glad it seems like they're actually going to be party members and going to be traveling along with us, which is really cool because, again, I love Sulk and Rex. The internet seems to really like Rex because he looks like a interesting fellow. No, but I'm really excited for this. Not much to say about it, really. Besides the names. Again, I think Matthew is the new one, the new protagonist that looks like Noah. The other ones are probably the other founders. Now, this makes me wonder, because Sulk and Rex, they're in Xenoblade 3, like the base game, as statues, but it says as their statues that they're not the founders. The founders chose to depict Sulk and Rex as their statue to honor them. So that makes me wonder, where are the other two, which I think is Ortiz and Reed, I believe. So where are those two characters? I think what's likely is, and I saw someone, I can't take credit of this fully, I think I saw it on Reddit. I think they are gonna be like the Milton and what was the other guy's name? The two kids you traveled with in Torna, they were part of the party, but they weren't playable characters. They were like two little kids. Milton was one of them, and I can't remember the other one. Mikhail? Yeah, Mikhail. Okay, there. I remember his name. I'm a big Xenoblade fan. I totally did not forget their names. No, but really, Milton and Mikhail, they were in Torna. But you couldn't play as them. They were just little kids, but they still traveled along with you in the party. So I think maybe Ortiz and Reed will be part of the party, quote unquote, but like they'll be like little kids or maybe just companions you travel with. But again, I'm still excited that Sulk and Rex are taking their place in a way because they're the better characters. But that's really it, guys. I mean, there's not much to say. There could be more leaks coming soon, and I might talk about them. The only thing I won't talk about is like if cutscenes leak or whatever. I'm not gonna cover that. I'm not even gonna look at that and stuff like that. But I honestly am fine looking at this because it honestly gets me more excited and more hyped for the DLC. I can't wait for Klaus, Alvis, like Sulk and Rex. I can't wait. This is really gonna solve my problems that I had in Xenoblade 3, like the main game. Which again, this makes me want to replay through. This makes me really want to replay through Xenoblade 3 again, and I think I will replay it, both on the channel and on my own time, just to prepare myself. Oh, but yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Again, check out Paragon of Torna. Links down below, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Yeah, I'm really excited for the DLC. So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Peace.